No, I don't think that's going to happen, Neil. I think that the one thing that the Republicans do not want is to have witnesses coming forth, right? Because there's no upside for that, in spite of the fact that they want to get Hunter Biden and Joe Biden.
It's the mega skeleton you're talking about.
Listen, that's not going to happen. So that's why, that's why we hear the president going back to tax cuts, because he's now starting to hedge a little bit and say, hey, we got to make sure this market remains strong. The market loves deregulation and tax cuts.
But he also
so it goes right back to that.
On health care. That's one thing that doomed the Republicans last time in the House. They lost the House because they didn't have something ready for that. They didn't appreciate the enormity of that. Now, the economy is much stronger since just even then. So is it necessary?
I think what he wants to do with health care is blame the Democrats, because he cannot get health care through Congress.
No.
So what's his position going to be? The Democrats want to stop us from being able to get my great health care plan.
And we have to remember, too, he's still campaigning. I mean,
Keith, don't you think, though, it's going to depend on who the market perceives as the candidate? Right?
Exactly.
Because I don't think that we're going to see a huge reaction, perhaps, if it's Joe Biden or a Mike Bloomberg. However, if it's Bernie
or a Bernie, then
that's exactly right. If it's on the extreme,
they could race northward on that, right? No. If it looks like he's going to be their nominee. The markets would like that in a weird way, right?
For Bloomberg.
Well, because then they wouldn't get the sense that Trump is going to win no matter what. But if you get the sense that either Bernie or Warren is the legitimate candidate and may actually win, I think the market's gone 25, 35% instantly.
Then let me switch gears on the Boeing that you all commented on and reports. Now we'll get a better idea when the CEO has a conference.
You know what's interesting? What actually caused this whole problem was Airbus having that potential contract with American Airlines. That put Boeing into a panic to say, we got to get this 737 MAX out as quickly as we possibly can. They took some shortcuts, and now they are paying for that dearly.
Big time.
So quickly, guys, the president upping the ante with the Europeans, threatening tariffs. The Europeans on the wire saying, if he does that, we do this. You worried?
I'm not worried, because what we saw him do with China, which, quite frankly, many people thought would never work, he has had some success. And knowing the way Trump acts, right, it worked once, he's going to do it again. So
do you think tariffs are a valid and viable weapon?
I wouldn't have thought so before Trump weaponized them. Now I think because he's perceived as being unpredictable by the rest of the world, they really don't know what he's going to do next.
Right.
And it's better to take the deal he puts on the table now.
There are tariffs, and then there are Trump tariffs. Exactly. And